Megalodon Media News. We give you all the news nobody is talking about.
October 1944. The Pacific War has turned against Japan. Outnumbered, outgunned, and running out of fuel, Japanese commanders unleash a desperate new tactic. Pilots climb into planes packed with bombs and fuel, knowing they will never return. They are the Kamikaze, the so-called divine wind. Their mission to crash into enemy ships and take as many lives with them as possible. In this video, we'll uncover the origins of the Kamikaze, the brutal reality of their missions, the devastating impact on the US Navy, and how these suicide attacks fit into the wider Pacific War. From Pearl Harbor to Okinawa, this is the tragic story of Japan's ultimate gamble, and the young men caught in the middle of it all. The word kamikaze means divine wind. It comes from Japanese history in 1281 when a typhoon destroyed the Mongol fleet threatening Japan. Centuries later, Japan invoked the same term in Wutu, hoping for another divine wind to save the nation.
After the attack on Pearl Harbor, Japan rapidly seized territory across the Pacific, from the Philippines to Southeast Asia. Their empire stretched far and wide, threatening Allied supply lines. But in 1942, the tide began to turn. Defeats at Midway and Guadalcanal marked the start of a relentless Allied counteroffensive. The US launched an island-hopping campaign, capturing key islands and bypassing others, steadily closing in on Japan. As American forces advanced, Japan's defensive perimeter shrank. One by one islands fell: Saipan, Guam, the Philippines, Iwo Jima. Each loss brought US bombers closer to the Japanese mainland. By 1944, Japan's navy was crippled, its airfields destroyed, and its supply lines cut. Facing overwhelming odds, Japan turned to desperate measures, including the kamikaze attacks that would soon follow.
In October 1944, during the Battle of Leyte Gulf, organized kamikaze units were formed. Young men, many barely out of school, were told to crash their planes directly into enemy ships. They wrote farewell letters and wore white headbands symbolizing death and honor.
Most kamikazes flew ordinary fighters packed with explosives, but the Yokosuka MXY-7 Oka, nicknamed Baka by the Allies, was a piloted rocket bomb with no escape for the pilot. Rare archival footage shows young pilots preparing for their final mission, climbing into the cramped cockpits of rocket-powered Oka bombs. Faces are solemn as they receive last instructions and farewell gestures. The camera lingers on their determined expressions before the canopy closes. In slow motion, we see the Oka released from its mother plane, diving rapidly toward its target. The final moments capture the rocket bomb streaking through the sky, ending in a devastating impact, a weapon designed for a single, irreversible purpose. Kamikaze attacks inflicted shocking damage. The USS Intrepid was hit in November 1944, and USS Bunker Hill in May 1945, where nearly 400 sailors died. On the decks, chaos erupted. Massive fires raged as explosions tore through steel and smoke billowed into the sky. Sailors rushed to battle the flames, forming desperate bucket brigades and manning hoses, their faces illuminated by the orange glow. Amid the confusion, medics carried the wounded to safety while others searched for survivors trapped below deck. The crew fought exhaustion and fear, determined to save their ship and their fellow sailors. These scenes of heroism and devastation became all too common as kamikaze attacks intensified in the final months of the war. In total, kamikazes sank 34 ships and damaged hundreds more.
The US Navy responded by creating radar picket destroyers to intercept kamikazes, with fighters and AA fire forming layers of defense. The US Navy responded by creating radar picket destroyers to intercept kamikazes, with fighters and AA fire forming layers of defense. Most kamikaze pilots were teenagers. Diaries and letters reveal fear, regret, but also duty and honor. Some cried in secret, others believed they were saving Japan. Despite their sacrifice, kamikazes couldn't stop Japan's defeat. By mid-1945, US forces dominated. After Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and Soviet entry into the war, Japan surrendered. The kamikaze era ended. The kamikaze were a symbol of desperation. They caused fear and destruction, but also represented thousands of young lives lost for a hopeless cause. The legend of the divine wind could not save Japan in Wutu. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment on what you